My name is Catherine Trotter. The name of my company is CTR Strategy Solutions. We assist business owners to take the scattered pieces of their business model, put it together in a cohesive business plan for execution. One of the things that I've always been passionate about is entrepreneurship. So in 2002, I actually started my first nonprofit. Before I even started my for-profit, I started a nonprofit, House of New Beginnings, which opened up the door for me 5 years later to start CTR Strategy Solutions. And I always tell people it was very organic. There were other leaders of the community that was asking me to assist them around strategic planning and organizational development. And so it was what I was passionate about. So I decided to go ahead and step out there and launch the company. So officially in 2007, I stepped out there with the consulting company. My backstory as far as who planted the seed of entrepreneurship, it would definitely be my father. He had a cleaning business, and when I was young, I would go out in the community with him. And I would just see how he would, talk to individuals and just build the business. The first time I was proud of my work, I would say, is really when I started another division of my nonprofit, which is called the Speak Life Tour. Now, when we started it in a community center in Baltimore City. Much love to them because they opened their doors. When we started that component of our program, we had a lot of young people from the community coming, and I would say my proudest moment was when the light bulb went off in their head, that they knew that they could be empowered and that they could empower others. No matter how uniquely talented you are, it doesn't mean anything if you can't pour into someone else and they don't have that light bulb to go off. So some of the challenges that I've faced throughout my journey has been, if individuals want to second guess, do I know what I know? I started my business when I was young. I was 22 years old. If you're starting when you're young, sometimes people can second guess. She's kind of young, does she really know her information? And so I had to quickly get over that and own who I am, no matter, despite the age, despite whatever background, I came from. I had to really walk in who I am. And I had to walk in the knowledge that I had and what I had to offer. The influence my business has had on the community really has made an impact in a couple of ways. One, I would definitely say within the community of the youth. There was one young person that started with us when she was 18 years old. She's now in her 20s, and she's now starting her own business. There's another gentleman that started with us, and he now started his own nonprofit organization. We've sowed the seed into young people's lives that they can also start their own. One of the things that I know we've been able to impart into business owners is not to just think about their business as an isolated island, but how their business can have a ripple effect. But we definitely make sure we pour into the minds of every entrepreneur, not to only think about their business, but to think about how their business is going to have an impact to others. Over the years, my passion was to always take what's in my mind to the community at large. And one of the greatest ways to do that is to create a book. My most recent book is Metamorphosis Shadow. Metamorphosis Shadow talks about how do you walk out of the shadows of your past and walk into your destiny. And so one of the things that I would encourage everyone to do is not to allow your past to hold you in a prison in your own mind. So I speak life to everyone even watching this segment, that you too can walk into purpose. No matter where you are, know that you are your unique self and to embrace that. I do identify myself as a Black-owned business. I don't shy away from that. I know there's a lot of controversy or different thoughts around that, but my particular perspective is that I want to make sure what I put out there in the community, there's another young sister or another young brother that can say, you know what, she's able to start her business, didn't come from a lot of wealth, but she was able to take what she had and build it. And I think there's something significant about that when you connect to where you come from. So you can find me at CatherineTrotter.com. When you go to my website, you can actually click onto all of my social media handles to find me. My motivation to keep me going every day is really when I get those calls or those text messages or DMs from people that say, you know what, because of what you're doing, it has inspired me to go another day. It has encouraged me to wake up. I mean, different people going through different things in their lives. And that is what keeps me moving forward. Because we be honest, if you're in business, you're going to have some positive days, some negative days. And so you got to stay focused on the mission. But sometimes even staying on the focus on the mission, you know what you're called to do. But sometimes you still can get to a place where you get tired. So when I get those calls, when I get those DMs and text messages saying, because of what you're doing has inspired me to keep moving forward, that lights a fire under me to keep pushing.